I'm kind of tired to answer a lot of questions of the fans. You know, I want to, I want that fight happen because that's the fans want.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Now, all I can say is, you know.
Come on, man. What do you got?
Hold on. My line is open 24 hours and 7 days a week. Anytime he can call me and say yes.
Not on that
I will
phone.
fight, and then the fight will be on.
Why hasn't he called you yet? Do you think he doesn't want to fight you? Why hasn't he called you yet?
I don't know.
I know you just put the phone there, but is it a collect call?
It's collect call. So he don't need to pay something or anything. It's a collect call, and he can call me anytime. If he say yes, and then the fight will be on.
Okay.
It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay.
How annoyed are you with Manny for doing
upset.
this?
I'm very upset. And did I text Stephen A. Smith and say I will fight him again? Yeah, but I changed my mind. At this particular time, no.
Boxing's most
Because he's a
revered
sore
number
loser.
is now under threat. A perfect 50-0 unbeaten record has stood unchallenged for years, yet a deeply personal and carefully engineered challenge has just emerged with intent to break at the sport's greatest rivalry in modern combat history never truly ended.
I'm going to start with you. Why is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for.
The long-standing tension has erupted with force all over again, setting up a confrontation that could reshape how history remembers the sport. This is more than just a fight. It's a moment that could define a legacy. The challenger behind it all is confident he possesses the decisive advantage, claiming he has the key that can finally break what once seemed invincible.
Did you want a rematch with Floyd?
With Floyd?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still active. It's up to him if he's going to fight.
So you would even fight him today?
Huh?
You would even fight him today? You win your fight. If he said, hey, Manny, I want to fight, you gonna fight?
Oh. Even here.
Oh, my goodness.
Even here.
Yeah, that fire never dies, man. That never
now
dies.
my right hand is complete, so.
Yeah. You'll be willing to do it.
You will see my condition out in the fight.
You see Terrence Crawford now.
This is not following the traditional rules that once governed combat sports broadcasts. The old pay-per-view system, known for its high prices and limited access during their first meeting, is being completely bypassed. Instead, this massive showdown is set for September 19th at the Las Vegas Sphere and will stream worldwide to more than 325 million Netflix subscribers without any additional charge. The streaming platform is turning what was once an exclusive, paywalled event into a global viewing experience shared on an unprecedented scale. This strategy is clearly aimed at maximizing worldwide reach, boosting commercial impact, and turning the fight into a simultaneous global spectacle. With exposure at this level, both the stakes and the audience have reached new heights.
What is a pairing that is available, just based on contractual availability and whatnot? And also, if we lower the barrier to entry to not exactly, but basically free, what will people watch? What I'm trying to tell you is, going from pay-per-view, where people were like, I wouldn't watch that. I'm not shelling out 50, 60, 70, 80, $100. And by the way, back in 2015, that was a $100 pay-per-view. That would be a huge barrier to entry. No one would go through with it. But you remove it, and all of a sudden, a lot of people are like, well, I mean, it's free on Netflix. Why wouldn't I? What has that done to the product? What has that calculus of, well, let's take away the paywall, at which we all think, hey, we didn't want a paywall. We'd rather watch fights without a paywall. And I've been the first and one of the most aggressive cheerleaders of this development. But an interesting thing has happened along the way. They keep giving us fights we're not asking for. They keep producing fights that are bad. Jake Paul is a great example of this. Jake Paul has the fight with Anthony Joshua, which was you know, a little bit more desirable in the sense that people want to see Joshua knock him out, which to an extent you got. But like, for example, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, huge audience, huge audience, well over 100 million global audience. One of the worst fights you've ever seen in your life. Absolute dreadful waste of time. I don't know what you're going to get with Corrado and Rousey. That might be a little bit better because it could be shorter at a bare minimum. Rousey could throw her armbar and the whole thing could come to a close, but certainly nobody is asking for it. And I got to tell you, nobody was asking for Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 in the year of our Lord.
The current wave of tension was triggered by a sharply delivered ultimatum that left no room for interpretation. During a widely covered press conference, Manny Pacquiao stepped up to the microphone, focused straight into the cameras, and delivered a message aimed directly at his rival, stating that he wants Floyd to carry the memory of the only defeat on his professional record and never forget who inflicted it. The comment landed like a deliberate strike, clearly in...
It depends of the negotiation. Right now, it's in negotiation. Depends of we can understand each other.
Is it difficult to understand each other with Floyd?
Well, it's kind of like that.
Are you speaking directly with him, or is it the teams that, from your point of view, when you speak to, if you have spoken to Floyd, is he open to it? Does he want the fight as much as maybe you do?
Yeah, my people and his people directly coordinating.
What happens if you land the rematch with Floyd?
Well, that's very interesting because right now I don't have a shoulder problem, so it's a good fight. I'm sure the world of boxing will be excited if the rematch will go through. He's
also allegedly in talks with Mike Tyson for an exhibition as well too. Would you be disappointed if Floyd went that route as opposed to taking the rematch with yourself?
No, he has his own decision, so I cannot prevent him not to fight Mike Tyson.
How long would you give it until you close the door on that rematch, or would you keep it open for as long as you could potentially keep it?
Well, I feel initially like almost agreeing each other. A lot of things that we are agreeing each other, but there's a few, just a few.
Floyd Mayweather answered in his usual cold and dismissive manner, making it clear he sees nothing new in the challenge. He stated that he has already faced Manny Pacquiao and come out victorious, and he expects the same outcome if they meet again. That brief response quickly erased any sense of cordiality between them, exposing the hostility underneath and reinforcing that the goal here is not just victory, but to reaffirm dominance and embarrass a longtime rival on a public stage.
What is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
He's embarrassed. He was a beat fighter. There's a difference between a great fighter and TBE, and I proved that I'm the best. Excuses. I knew it was coming. I knew it. But I'm not gonna buy into the I'm not gonna buy into the and I don't want the public to buy into the He lost. He know he lost. And I lost a lot of respect for him after all of this. You know, you fight. If you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. You know, a true champion can bounce back. Come on. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I won. I know I won. I know I'm the better fighter. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me. Nowhere around the board.
Could you detect at any time in the fight that he was having a problem with his shoulder?
Absolutely not. He was fast. His left hand was fast. His right hand was fast. And he was throwing them both fast and strong. But when it's all said and done, he was a beat fighter. From round one, he knew it. I can't beat Floyd Mayweather. 6 days before the fight, he boxed 4 rounds. And if you go look When he came out to Las Vegas, he was throwing combinations.
The controversy surrounding their massive 2015 showdown has lingered in boxing discussions for more than 10 years. The fighter who came up short in that widely debated fight of the century has repeatedly rejected the unanimous judge's decision, maintaining that he was the one landing cleaner and more damaging shots. In a later revelation, Pacquiao disclosed a serious shoulder injury he suffered that night, claiming it left him competing at a major disadvantage and effectively forced him to rely on just one arm against one of the era's most elite defensive specialists. He further criticized Mayweather's approach, describing the performance as dull and arguing that he spent the entire 12 rounds avoiding engagement rather than fighting directly.
Your shoulder going into that fight.
Man, supposedly, like, I'm just wondering 2 weeks before the fight, like, if I'm going to postpone it or not, because I'm so bothered with my shoulder. But the thing is, I'm worried about the fans, because the ticket is sold out. The fan is already there in Las Vegas waiting for the fight. Like, the whole world is very excited for that fight. And I'm thinking, like, and then you're going to announce, like, the fight is postponed like that. And they were, you know, dismayed, like, you know what I mean?
Tell me about that fight a little bit. Just being in there with Floyd, Floyd being in there with you. Like, what was the experience like being there in the ring fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but then after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated with my
Yeah, you got an operation, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you posted a picture of video.
Yeah. It really hurt.
Yeah.
After the operation, after
I've
one
had
day,
it. I've had it. I've had a shoulder surgery. The rehab is terrible too. The rehabilitation.
Like, how many months? Like, it's really hard.
Is Floyd, was he better or worse than you thought he was?
Who?
Floyd Mayweather, when you fought him. Were you like, this is what I thought, or was it better or worse?
No, that's his style. Like, I knew it. But the thing is, I'm expecting that I won the fight because he didn't throw a lot of punches. I throw a lot of punches. And I reviewed the compi box, like slow motion from first round to 12 rounds. I slow motion it, like how many punches get connected and how many punches of him he connected. I won like two rounds from him, but I think that's boxing. I'm not complaining or making just it happened that way. It happened to me many times, like the Jeff Horn, Bradley won, like the Bradley fight, like.
The debate has only intensified as more high-profile voices in boxing have weighed in on the matter. Legends such as Roy Jones Jr. have openly raised doubts about how meaningful that original result truly was. He suggested that defeating an opponent who was not at full strength, especially one still recovering from a brutal knockout loss to Juan Manuel Marquez, does not necessarily solidify an unquestionable legacy or settle the argument once and for all.
You mentioned Mayweather-Pacquiao. It looks like that might be the next fight. Do you like that fight?
For both of them.
Who do you like in that fight?
Tough call. I think Pacquiao has a better chance now because they're older. And Mayweather's legs may not be the same, so Pacquiao's legs look pretty good still. So I think it gives Pacquiao a chance.
What started as verbal tension has now escalated into a full-blown online escalation, with both sides strategically releasing training footage to influence public perception. Social media has become a battleground, flooded with side-by-side clips that are splitting opinions across the boxing world. One camp is pushing out high-intensity pad work videos, highlighting Pacquiao's rapid-fire combinations and showing that his speed and aggression remain sharp and uncompromised, keeping debate alive over his current form.
We're gonna fight again. What'd he say to you? Remember?
Yeah, he's happy. He's just observing me, and then he saw my speed, my movement, like that's still there. The fire in my eyes to work out, to discipline like that. And I'm still enjoying training. Like, nothing's changed about, I don't get lazy in terms of sacrifices, training every morning, every day like that. But I'm enjoying it, like before.
It's amazing watching you today, just the hunger, the speed, and just going through your workout because, Manny, I was done, 33. I said goodbye to the game. You 46.
Yeah. You know, that's the evidence of you being a passionate with the sports. Like, it's a like part of your life, a boxer, like to fight. And I grow in boxing. As long as I'm still enjoying the training, I'm happy continuing my career.
On the opposing side, polished and carefully edited social media uploads are being used to project a different narrative, with Mayweather showcasing sharp speed and agility drills alongside a noticeably defined, athletic physique. The intent behind these visuals is clear, signaling that his trademark reflexes and conditioning are still fully in place despite the passage of time.
Drop. Punch it. Here we go. Drop. Walk it. Pitch it. Six. Punch it.
Across forums such as Reddit, the combat sports community is deeply split, with heated discussions breaking out over every detail of the training clips. Detractors are closely breaking down the heavy bag sessions, claiming they can detect subtle indicators of slowing pace and fatigue in the 47-year-old fighter. Supporters, however, strongly reject that interpretation and argue he has stayed more battle-tested, pointing to recent activity against high-level opponents like Mario Barrios. Meanwhile, they contrast that with the 49-year-old defensive specialist, whom they say has largely operated in safer, low-stakes exhibition bouts rather than sustained competitive action.
It's going to be, I think it's going to even be a better fight this time, only because, obviously they're going to be, they slow down. Floyd can't, I don't think he's going to be able to move as much as he used to. And then, Pacquiao still kind of got that flow with him. He showed it in Barrios' fight. So, I think we know what Pacquiao's going to bring to the table is going to be more interesting what Floyd got. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd still got those movements, you know what I'm saying? Because, Pacquiao's more of the straight up fighter, where Floyd relied a lot on his, speed.
Yeah.
We know that shit go. You're not going to have speed. You're not going to have speed when you're 50.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I think it's going to be a very competitive fight, just because of both of them slowing down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy that fight.
I'm gonna enjoy it too. You gonna make the trip out here to go watch it?
I probably might, man. I probably might. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be at the theater. What is it called?
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, I think it's the first boxing event at the Sphere.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But look, man, these are two guys that, I know people look at their age and go man, they old as hell, but you gotta think about it. They both live healthy lifestyles. Floyd's not a drinker. Floyd's not that type of guy. He don't do drugs, and neither does Pacquiao. And these are guys that they're legends, and they always stay fit. You never see them look, overweight or anything like that, man. So yeah, they're up there in age, man, but at the same time, these are guys that really take care of their bodies. And, let's not forget, Bernard Hopkins became world champion at 48. And, Bernard Hopkins was beating Pacquiao. He was beating young dudes. He was looking good just on his experience and his, his respect for the game. So I really think this is going to be a...
Behind closed gym doors, the coaches shaping these camps are also adding to the conflict with their own sharp public statements. Renowned trainer Freddie Roach has made a bold declaration, insisting that a fully recovered and physically complete Pacquiao would overpower the undefeated champion and score a decisive knockout. He has gone even further, suggesting that Mayweather deliberately avoided the matchup for years out of concern for risking his unblemished record.
In my opinion, I think he's scared of Manny.
Scared? Why do you think he's scared of Manny?
That performance was so great for Manny. I mean, he showed everything in that performance. Offense, defense, maybe a little more defense we could work on.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Manny's his firepower was 100%. A lot better than it was in the first fight when we had to have surgery after that. But that injury was a bad injury. But the thing is, it came at a bad time.
What did you learn from Mayweather in the first fight that you feel like would be different in the second fight? Does Floyd Mayweather have a formula that Manny can't beat, or can he?
No, I believe that Manny has a formula that can beat Mayweather, but he has to fight a very, very precise fight. The game plan has to be right down to every inch and not miss a shot. And Manny's very capable of that, like he was in this fight. And you know, again, I like when Manny's aggressive. He really.
Across the city, the opposing camp is responding with calm confidence, dismissing the warnings as overblown. Trainer Otis Pimpleton maintains that his fighter remains as elusive and technically refined as ever, arguing that the defensive style that once frustrated opponents on the biggest stage will be even more effective now. He further claims that even with Pacquiao's renewed intensity, the outcome would tilt more decisively in their favor than before.
We'll get in the rematch.
No, the Barrios fighters are not, you can't even relate that to what it'd be like fighting a Floyd. I mean, you got, Floyd is slicker than grease. I mean, Floyd is smooth. I mean, but Manny, we don't know what kind of wear and tear is on his body, taking the time off. You know, are you in it for the long haul? We don't know. I mean, I look forward to the fight, and Floyd probably beat him easier than he did the first time.
You think the outcome may potentially even end in a stoppage in this case?
I mean, it's hard to call a stoppage because an annihilation is better than a stoppage.
Like the Gotti fight.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you annihilate a guy, that's better than you stopping him, because if you stop a guy, they can live to fight another day. But if Floyd annihilating,
beyond the intense rivalries and highly polished training footage, there are growing whispers about what is really motivating two men in their late 40s to step back into such a physically punishing rivalry. Speculation about financial pressure around Mayweather has continued to circulate, with claims suggesting that the massive Netflix deal may be driven more by necessity than by any desire for another showcase performance. This is where Logan Paul's comments come into play, as he has also spoken out regarding Mayweather's alleged failure to fully pay him for their 2021 exhibition bout.
Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. The fight nobody asked for except me. I need this. Because if Floyd wins, he can finally pay me my $1.5 million. I don't care about the legacy fight. I don't care that these men have a combined age of 100 years. I care that Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer alive, uses those same hands that made him 100 million to Venmo me my money. And Floyd, if you're watching this, win it and pay me back, or I'm gonna send my goons after you. Gotcha. Hey.
On the other hand, Pacquiao has stepped fully out of his political path, ending his tenure in the Philippine Senate and redirecting all of his focus toward this singular objective. His entire approach now appears driven by a strong determination to settle what he considers the most unsatisfying night of his career. The situation has evolved into a psychological battle of contrasting motivations, where one side is viewed as potentially trying to safeguard financial stability and reputation, while the other is focused on reshaping his place in boxing history through direct redemption.
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and like, you know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like. Not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around, no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So. This is it.
We are now closing in on a historic showdown set to unfold on a massive worldwide streaming platform. A 49-year-old defensive specialist is risking his legacy against a 47-year-old pressure-heavy fighter who enters with little to lose and years of frustration ready to be released. Under the bright spectacle of the Las Vegas Sphere, Everything that has been shown through training footage, social media clips, and verbal exchanges will finally be put to the test in real time. The event will strip away speculation and reveal what actually holds up when pressure is real. The question now is whether defensive mastery will once again control the outcome as it has in the past, or if this is the moment where a long-standing perfect record finally comes to an end in front of a global audience. Share your view in the comments section. If you enjoyed the breakdown, leave a like, subscribe for more updates, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what comes next.